that thing could like see like in like
I know,
like
but at that
special
point,
vision and everything,
right? But at that point, then what's the point? It's like
that it's a
we put all
badass
the
dinosaur?
dinosaurs into one dinosaur.
That dinosaur was bad as F.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It was a badass dinosaur. But then what do you do after that? I think eventually they're going to get to the point where they're combining humans and dinosaurs. Jurassic World 6.
Well, they do bring up cloning in the movie, as far as we know, and that's part of one of the major themes.
I'm telling you, lizard people is where this entire series is going.
They're already running the government, Greg.
That's what it's. Well, it makes sense. All right, just solve that. So we need our contract for Jurassic World.
I'll show you some footage
19 or whatever. Well, everyone, this is Between the Streams. This is our weekly entertainment podcast here at Digital Trends, where we talk about movies, television, everything that is trending in the world of that. And of course, in addition to being a podcast available on iTunes, wherever you get podcasts, we are also live on Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube. And because of that, we love to get feedback. We want to hear your thoughts, your opinions, and everything that we're going to be talking about today. And we got a wide gamut of stuff. We're going to be talking about.
Ooh, nice word.
Thank you. Yeah. I wanted to throw that in there. I tried to change it up a
wide
little bit.
color gamut of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. There,
like
there we go. Okay, that was good. We're going to talk about Star Trek. We've got a whole bunch of new rumors about new series with that. Star Wars. Luke Cage is out. We're going to cover that. Some other shows that are coming back. Some strange things coming to Netflix. Lots to talk about. But first off, we're going to talk about Jurassic World, which is out in the theaters right now. And I have not seen it yet, but I have been reading a lot of the reviews. I probably will go see it. Well, we're going to discuss that. And our question really, though, comes down to, are you excited about Jurassic World, or do you think it's one too many? I'm kind of leaning towards the latter, but I'm curious what everybody else thinks. And again, I'm Greg Nibbler.
I'm Ryan Juanita.
So, Ryan, let's start with you here first. Yeah. What do you think about this?
Well, first of all, I liked Jurassic World. I reviewed it. I know a lot of people who didn't like it, but I thought it was fun. People talked about, Bryce Dallas Howard is wearing high heels or whatever. I thought it was
were upset that Bryce Dallas Howard,
that she was running around in high heels or something, and I just thought it was. I just thought it was a good movie. It was fun. I identified pretty well with the characters, and it brought, as Rick Marshall, our reviewer, said, brought some of that wonder back to the franchise.
Yeah,
I had a really good time. I know this one is getting not as good reviews, but Rick Marshall also liked this one. He said he didn't like it as much as the first, but that it does add a dimension of darkness to it.
Right.
The director, Boyara, I think it was.
Boyana.
Boyana, yeah. He's done some horror before, so this is his first big like action franchise. So he kind of brought a touch of horror to it. That sounds cool to me.
Okay, that's at least taking it in a different direction.
I just want to go see some dinosaurs rip some stuff up. Right. I don't take it maybe as seriously as some people. Now, if it's just got a terrible vibe and the acting's bad, then maybe I won't like it. But other than that,
right.
I just want to go see some dinosaurs ripping some stuff up.
That's my whole point, though. I mean, I like the dinosaur movies too, but the hybrid dinosaur is where you kind of lost me on that one. Although, then again, bringing it to San Diego and
dude,
okay.
First of all, Jurassic World or Jurassic Park 2 is a pretty terrible movie, and that was written alongside this. Michael Crichton wrote that book. I don't know if the book. I heard the book was good, but that movie is bad. So it's like, okay, I mean, for me, Jurassic World was the best sequel of the franchise, so that's something. That's the right direction. Okay. I like Chris Pratt. I like Bryce Dallas Howard. So I'm on board.
You're on board.
Well, I'll watch it. This weekend probably. If it's terrible, we'll talk about that next week, but from what I've seen, I can't see how bad it could be.
Taking a look at some of the comments, Peter says one was enough. Jimmy says enough. One too many. Don't you mean three too many? Yeah, I can kind of go with that. Let's see. Fazil says,
so that means that he or she liked the second one then.
Jimmy, it must have. Yeah, three too many.
Because we have 5 now.
Is this 5? Oh yeah, this is the 5th one. Right. Fazil says it's better than the last one. Please go and see. So I'm not sure if you went and saw it. Would love to hear your thoughts on it if you did go and see it. Courtney says, I've loved Jurassic Park World since I read the first book. I'll see it. And I probably will go see it. It's just...
I mean, there was some cheesy stuff.
Go with this.
There was some really cheesy stuff about Jurassic World. They were like, at the end, they were like, one big monster eats another big monster eats another big monster. It kind of reminded me of Phantom Menace when like that happens underwater, and you're like, please,
it's another bigger monster. Yeah,
but so what? It was cool. Like the pterodactyls picking people up and dropping them.
Was cool.
That was awesome.
You're right. That was very.
And
cool.
apparently, as far as Rick is concerned, the dinosaurs look amazing. So
yeah.
I'm on board.
I'm excited to see it. I mean, I want to go see it. It's just I'm getting a little tired of the storyline, but I mean,
I could see that, but so don't watch it. It's just dinosaurs running around killing stuff.
You're right. I think it's the hybrid thing. That's what really got.
Yeah, you didn't like the hybrid.
No, I did not like the hybrid thing. See, Stefan says I love the Jurassic World Park movies. I haven't seen The Fallen Kingdom yet, but I think that this should be the last one. And I'm going to guess it won't be.
They're going to make another one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they'll make 3 at least.
And you know the situation is Chris Pratt is in like 3 different franchises right now. He's in Galaxy, Jurassic, and Lego.
Oh, Lego too.
He's a franchise master. And there's also been talk of him in the Indiana Jones stuff, but that's all rumored. I don't think it's going to happen because we do know that Harrison Ford is coming back for one last ride. So.
Right. I think they'll find like some really young guy to take that over.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Do it for a long time. But who knows? But that's where we're at right now. So how are the reviews coming in on Jurassic World?
Yeah, it's like 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
yeah. As far
I don't
as
know.
what people
Some
think.
people didn't like it. A lot of this stuff, again, for me, is always like, what are your expectations?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I went into Superman versus Batman thinking it was going to be a terrible movie. And guess what? It still was.
Yeah.
So that's a low bar.
Right. That's true.
But, I'm going to go into this one just with a fairly open mind.
Real quick, before we go on to our other subject, and we're going to keep coming back to this, I do have a giant spoiler alert from YouTube. Catwell says fake dinosaurs aren't real. So I'm sorry if everybody...
Yeah,
spoiler
that's
that
true. That's what the fake is for.
Right.
That gives it away.
I'm just reading the comments as they come in.
Good
All right. Well, we're going to keep on talking about Jurassic World. So go ahead and
well,
leave us your
speaking of
comments on
fake,
that,
there were some rumors out about Star Wars this week.
Excellent segue.
And everyone took this Collider report, and they're like, "Oh, Collider, they're always right on. We've been burned by Collider before. We took a very, very laid back, a very like light approach and be like, well, Collider says this, and we just added it to a small update. But a lot of people kind of took this rumor as fact. Lucasfilm has since
let's say
out.
what it is.
Yeah, let's talk about the rumor.
So that was Collider.com is where the rumor came from. Let's give them full credit. So it's Star Wars. The rumor was that Star Wars, the franchise, Lucasfilm, was putting on hold all of those spin-off movies that we had heard were going to be happening.
None of which, by the way, have been confirmed.
None officially confirmed.
All of them are rumored anyway.
But what we had the rumor was that there's going to be an Obi-Wan movie with Ewan McGregor, possibly. There was going to be a Boba Fett movie.
And a lot of people have talked about directors for both. People are acting like these movies were already confirmed. They are not studio confirmed. And as we have found out time after time, until the studio confirms it, it is not real. Yeah. Even once the studio does confirm it, sometimes it doesn't happen. So
what happened over this last week, just to kind of straighten it all out, is the rumor came out that those were being put on hold because of poor performance from Solo, and now it's it's come back out that this is not true.
Well, Lucasfilm has said that the report was inaccurate, that there are multiple Star Wars films in the works that are not part of the trilogies that have already been announced and confirmed.
Okay.
So the only thing that we have confirmed from the studio is, one, they say that the Collider report is untrue, so take that as you will. Lucasfilm says no. Yeah. And two, that there definitely are Star Wars stories coming out. We just don't know what they are yet.
I mean, I don't see them putting everything on hold over one movie.
And frankly, Solo maybe didn't make as much money as they wanted, and we don't know how much they sunk into it because they reshot a lot. But I liked Solo. The reviews were pretty decent. It didn't make as much money as they hoped, but it still made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Didn't make as much money.
Yeah, I mean, Last Jedi everybody acts like Last Jedi was the end of an era, and Last Jedi made $2 billion or something. Like, Last Jedi did just fine.
Yeah.
And we later found out that the audience scores for Last Jedi were hacked.
Yeah, that's right.
On Rotten Tomatoes. Yep. So it's a lot of people talking loud, but I don't know how many people really hated it.
Right, that's true. So anyway, as far as those rumors, none of them matter, and just put those to rest. Although there is just a couple of things to bring up that, and one of these was something I'm not aware of. So things that are happening for sure is we are going to get a Star Wars live action television series that Disney's going to be bringing to their standalone service. And also there is another animated series coming called Star Wars Resistance. And I was unaware of this. It's expected to come out this fall. And somehow I had missed this one, I guess, in all of our talk about Star Wars over this entire time. And it's a new series. It's set, it focuses on a young resistance pilot/spy whose job is to keep tabs on the First Order. So it's kind of more of a modern animated series, I'm assuming, to go along with this latest trilogy.
Yeah, makes sense. I look at these animated series almost like the games. Like, to me, they're fun little side adventures, I guess, but I've never invested too much in them. Well, I know that
I've
kids
heard
really
Clone
like
Wars
them.
is really good. Like, from adults is what I've heard.
I've watched Clone Wars.
Not so much?
It's just not for me.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're an animated fan.
Yeah. First of all, I don't like the look of the animation, and second, it just kind of gets a little cloudy.
Okay.
I'd rather a more straightforward story.
Okay, all right.
But not to say that they're not worthwhile, and plenty of people do dig them.
Totally true. And so that's one that's going to be coming out later on this year.
But I am very interested for Favreau's. Sorry to interrupt. I am really interested for Favreau's live action series.
Yeah, the live action series could be really great.
I mean, it's Jon Favreau. It's got to be cool.
It's Jon Favreau.
It's Mr. Favreau.
From Star Wars to Star Trek, we did have a lot of rumors coming out about this.
Well, this is confirmed.
Okay, confirmed. So Discovery Season 2 is already, obviously, I think they're already shooting. That's going to be coming out. But now we're finding out there's going to be more and more new Star Trek series, up to, I believe it's 4 right now.
Okay, maybe it's not fully confirmed because it doesn't say in the report that it's fully confirmed. But yeah, the report from Variety, and Variety is usually dead on.
So Alex Kurtzman signed a 5-year deal with CBS, so that's true. So there are definitely going to be more. I think it's just
how many,
and what is it going to be?
Yeah, I mean, so we know for one thing. I mean, this is one of those rumors that sounds a lot more, real because we know for one thing that Star Trek the series anchored CBS All Access and basically kept it, for all intents and purposes, kept it going. So they really need to double down and 4 more series. That's a lot, but I wouldn't put it out of.
There's a lot of stuff you can go with. I mean, some of the speculation was either a Wrath of Khan storyline,
which they've already done twice.
Yeah, exactly. A Starfleet Academy storyline, which I could see that. I could see that totally being like a teen drama one. That's going to be the CW of the Star Trek series.
Yeah, well, they probably will want to dip into different flavors, but they have to be careful because if they go too far,
young alien love,
the nerdocracy will attack.
Yeah, but if people watch it.
People may watch it, but they have to be careful with what they do because they will have revolt if they go too far in one direction.
Starfleet High. All right, so that's a possibility. The other rumor was that they might bring back, and this was really cool, is a Star Trek Next Generation, kind of not a reboot, but some way to basically bring Patrick Stewart back into the Star Trek universe. I'm all for that. If Patrick Stewart is back, I will watch Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I mean, I don't care what it is. Put him in there. Put him in as principal of Starfleet High. I'll watch it.
I mean, even if they got that crew back together, a lot of them are not working a lot right now.
Yeah. And Principal Picard.
Even if they... Oh my God, that's a bad idea. You're going Riverdale on this? Is that what it is? All right. Really derailing.
Sorry.
Just going to say, if they wanted to kind of touch on Next Generation, bring some of those characters back, I think people would go for it, especially if they made it a little bit darker, a little bit more realistic.
Right. Yeah.
But, who's to say that Patrick Stewart would have the time for that? But
yeah, we'll see. But that definitely getting some more Star Trek on the way. Something that is out right now that you can watch, and I am excited to watch. I'm going to watch some of this tonight.
Yeah.
Is Luke Cage Season 2 finally here? I would say out of all the standalone, like the television series, Luke Cage is probably my favorite. The Season 1.
I really enjoyed Season 1, and what's really great about what we've heard so far about Season 2, because we had an early look at it as well, and what we've heard so far from other reviewers as well, is that it adds on and is even better than the first season. I thought that the first season sort of trailed off at the end when they lost their main villain, and a lot of people thought that. I still enjoyed it a lot, but this says that it doesn't do that in the second series. And
right.
It's the first of them. A lot of the people are saying it's the first of the Netflix Marvel series that's better in the second series.
Yeah.
Better in the second season, I should say. So I'm super stoked for that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Yeah. And they do have the new villains. You have Misty Knight back. A lot of the same characters are back in this. There is, we've already seen from the trailer, it looks like Iron Fist is going to show up. I'm assuming Iron Fist is showing up in this because I think that's the only way to save Iron Fist, to be honest, is make Luke Cage a big part of it.
Yeah.
And so Luke Cage Season 2 out right now. You can check that out on Netflix. And they did release that Iron Fist Season 2.
Oh, there's a good segue.
Is coming out later this year. So they're expecting probably fall is when this will launch. But
and the real question there for me is, are they going to bring Cage into that season and just kind of make it the team up, like the final team up? Like, are they going to make Iron Fist 2 almost just... The actual, their
Iron
actual...
Fist and Power Man, or Power Man and Iron Fist.
Exactly. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't remember what they called it.
Oh, that would be great.
If they
Power
did
Man
that,
and Iron Fist.
they could make that season awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the two of them together, and honestly, that was one of the best parts of The Defenders.
Right.
Bringing them all together, because I didn't really... I thought they could have done a better job with The Defenders, but, you know, it is what it is. I still enjoyed it, but I think the best part of it was Iron Fist and Luke Cage, you know, giving each other crap. And
well, maybe they want to give, Iron Fist more of his own story, but I think they would be wise to just... put them together.
Luke Cage's buddy.
I mean, I suppose you could get Luke Cage burnout eventually, but if you could break Luke Cage in for like 5 episodes at least, and have them teaming up, I think that would make it awesome.
Teaming up and giving each other crap. Yeah, I would totally watch that. I think that would be a great idea for that. But we'll see where it goes. But we are getting Iron Fist season 2, like it or not.
Jones and Coulter need to get an apartment together and just really, really work on their chemistry to make that happen.
Well, just speaking of Disney, of course, owning all of the Marvel franchise and owning everything else, or for the most part. Now it's to give just an update on the bidding war. Fox's properties, Fox's film and TV divisions, like minus Fox News and that, are on sale.
Disney doesn't want any part of that
right now for the low price of $71.3 billion. That's
the latest bid. Yeah,
the latest bid from Disney. Disney and Comcast are both vying for it. If Disney gets this, who knows what that's going to mean for entertainment? I mean, then they'll have the X-Men. They'll have for the Marvel franchises.
Yeah,
like they'll have pretty much everything, minus a couple of Sony things.
Yeah, and
they'll have about all of it.
This whole bidding war has been interesting. I think Disney started just below 60, then I think Comcast came in above 60, then Disney matched, and then Comcast went to 65. Yeah. This is $65 billion in cash assets. And then now Disney's come back. It's really been interesting to watch these juggernauts do this. But it's from a consumer advocacy side, depending on what you think, if you're fine with everybody just conglomerating, but even though Disney is humongous, what Disney doesn't own is the pipelines that bring you their entertainment. Yeah, and that's the danger with a Comcast when it owns not only NBC Universal, which is one of the biggest entertainment properties in the world, but also owning Fox and then having the means of delivery. It gets, for consumer advocacy groups, it gets very gray as to how that works out and how they are going to actually promote their stuff above other stuff when it comes down your internet pipeline. And there's a lot to that, and you can read all about it. But I as big as Disney already is, I'd still rather have Disney get Fox. Yeah. And then there's also the bonus of the X-Men joining Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's
so that would be awesome.
Complicated situation going on. It's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out over the next few years. Let's go on to a couple of other things. Just talking about giant companies taking over things. Oh, and the live chat really quick. Shout out to Kim Dog's mom who is watching right now. So, all right, hello. And but talking about giant media companies acquiring more and more content. Apple just reached a deal with Oprah Winfrey. Will be bringing content
tech
to
company
Apple.
Creating
but
content.
Trying to be a content.
Yeah, trying to be a media.
They're trying to be a media company, and they've been trying for a long time. And I think this is honestly their best strategy is just buy into it, just buy.
Well, that's what's been weird for me with Apple is like I know that they don't like to make acquisitions the same way a lot of companies do. They're really trying to keep everything Apple-y. But they have just been so tentative. I mean, some might say $1 billion isn't tentative, but that's what they spent on their first effort for content. And who's watching anything from Apple? No one I know. Yeah. They had like a weird reality sort of like shark. They had that room,
terrible, some terrible reality shows.
Gwyneth Paltrow or something.
An app one, it was. I can't remember.
Nobody watched any of that.
The apps.
So it's like, what are you doing? You're Apple. If you're gonna do it, just do it. So this, like you said, I think this is. Probably
the best way, for them to do it. So anyway,
a lot of people thought they were going to buy Netflix, but now Netflix has, out of the blue, its stock is skyrocketing while the rest of the stock market fails.
But the thing is, Apple still has the money to do it anyway. They've got close to $1 trillion in the bank.
But now Netflix is worth so much more than it used to be. Like they could have bought Netflix probably. I mean, depending if they would have sold for like 40 or 50 billion. Yeah, and now Netflix is worth more than Disney.
Wow.
Like as far as their stock or somewhere in there.
So
and it generates way less revenue than Disney. Yeah. So the stock is really inflated. So I don't know if anybody's ever going to buy Netflix now. Wow. But Apple should have done that back in the day, in my opinion.
Well, we're going to talk about Netflix again too here in just a second. I did want to give an update on something else. the whole Roseanne saga, which we don't need to go into the Roseanne saga. We know the show was canceled. And now it was announced yesterday by ABC that they're bringing back The Connors, a spin-off involving everybody except Roseanne that will be coming this fall to ABC. So everybody but that, they're saying what is it? The family will, the series will focus on the family after a sudden turn of events. So I'm sure, sudden car accident that Roseanne was in.
Yeah, car accident.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Yeah, or she left.
That sounds depressing.
It does. It sounds really depressing. So no matter how you spin it, that
why?
Just sounds, A, why, yeah, and B, ugh. Okay.
Doesn't John Goodman have anything better to do?
I guess not.
He's like one of my favorites. I didn't understand this turn.
Just wanted to give you the update on that. But let's go on. We got a couple other things to talk about. Some trailers that we saw this week and some series that are going to be coming out. I wanted to bring up this one. This is just a strange thing that I'm going to talk about here. So Netflix has acquired the rights to a movie called Animal World. And Animal World, I wasn't aware of it either. It's coming out, releasing next week in China. It's a giant movie being released in China, and it stars Michael Douglas. So it's like half in English, half in Chinese. And Netflix bought the rights to it for the world rights, so they'll be bringing it there. I watched the trailer for this. If you're watching live, I'll play it. If you're listening to the podcast, you'll definitely want to seek this out. It is weird. It's based on a Japanese manga, Japanese comic book. As far as I can tell, it's set in some dark world where there's a clown ninja demon who can go through walls, and he's fighting other bad demon aliens.
It looks kind of cool.
A magical clown ninja that fights demons. That's basically what we're looking at. So, or aliens. I'm not sure. Maybe they're aliens. It's strange.
That is one of the weirdest trailers I've seen. For those who are watching the video,
I don't even know.
That's pretty odd.
I read the description, and I can't even explain it well. Other than you have to see the trailer for Animal World. Do yourself a favor and look that up right now for whatever that means.
So Netflix bought it after it premiered in China?
So it's premiering in China. Netflix bought the rights, so it'll be coming to Netflix at some point worldwide. So worldwide distribution goes to them.
That looks like you should take some salvia and watch it or something.
I don't know. That might be the wrong thing. Maybe you need something to
well, it looks like it already took some salvia.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting.
I don't know. You're going to have some kind of anxiety problem.
And there's one scene of Michael Douglas.
Yeah. There's a few lines from him. I don't know what his role exactly is in it, but that's that. Anyway, that's a thing. So you should know about that.
That is a thing.
Also, coming on to a couple other things here. We've got coming up AMC's The Terror. Now, this is a series that I was actually... I'll be honest, I was kind of unaware of it. The Terror is AMC's first shot at an anthology series. And The Terror is, it's basically the first season. They take a historical event, and then they overlay it with some horror, some fictional horror. So it's based on true events, but then they throw in the horror aspect on it. So it's a little bit like American Horror Story and a little bit of a historical drama kind of mashed together.
Okay.
And the first season takes place in 1847 with the Royal Navy trying to find the Northwest Passage, which is true. They were trying to do that then. But then they overlay horror on top of this.
I've seen
Ridley
trailers
Scott's
for this.
Involved with it.
Right. So they're coming out with a second season?
They're getting a second season. Okay. It's going to take place during World War II, something with Japanese internment camps and some kind of a
So each season's anthology, different thing.
Each season, different cast, different situation. I'm really excited to actually check this one out. I just want to make sure other people were aware of it. It's available on AMC if you have a cable subscription. You can watch it, and I will be checking it out. I missed it this first season, but it's all there that you can watch now.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Moving on with the horror theme, we do have another one. If you're a fan of the Covenant series, or the Conjuring, excuse me, not the Covenant, the Conjuring series.
Same, whatever.
Same whatever. Difference. You know what I'm talking about. You know the Scary Nun. Well, the Nun is getting her own movie.
Scary Nun.
So the Scary Nun from Conjuring 2 is going to have her own movie. It's coming out September 7th. We have a trailer for it that came out. It looks like the cheesiest thing I could ever imagine. It's a historical. So it's a star.
Yeah, it's historical, all right.
Yeah, Sister Irene travels from the Vatican to a remote Romanian monastery to investigate the strange suicide of a nun. And then, obviously, weird things happen from there, and you get creepy nun.
And jump scare evil nun.
Jump scare scary nun. I'll watch it. I admit, I will watch that. I'm going to watch it. and I know exactly what I'm getting with it.
Yeah, you're all about that stuff.
Yeah, you know what you're getting. September 7th, anyway. That's going to be coming out. Last couple of things.
Oscar bait.
Totally could be an Oscar worthy right there. Creed 2. We found out some more about Creed 2. And we actually got a trailer for that this week.
So here's something that people thought should never happen.
Yeah.
And, Creed was great. So who knows?
It really was. And I just watched it pretty recently. Yeah. In the last couple of months.
Well, we're talking about franchises that should die. Rocky's
right up
somewhere
there.
Around 30 movies strong, if you count the Creed movies. And Creed's great. So, you can't deny Michael B. Jordan and Tessa Thompson.
No.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, and
it sort of seems to be treading old ground.
It is, yeah, because this one is it's leading up to Apollo Creed's son, which is Michael B. Jordan, fighting the son of Ivan Drago. So they're bringing back the Russian. And that's what we're going to be getting on that. At the very end, you see this guy turn his back, and it's got Drago written on his what a robe. It's actually a Romanian boxer that's playing the son. It's going to be playing that, but there we go.
All right.
That's what's happening.
All right. It's like if Will Smith's kid was in a movie with Johnny Depp's daughter or something. It's like legacies.
Yeah.
I don't know. But sure. Yep. It'll be fun.
Well, it's happening.
Michael B. Jordan.
Creed 2. We out this fall. All right, just a couple other things to talk about, and then I think we'll wrap up. And we do have a giveaway as well that we need to talk about coming up here in just a minute as well that I want to bring up to you. I'll give you the information on that. For historical biopics, this is one that's probably long overdue.
Yeah.
Which is a Marvin Gaye biopic, which I think would be like a great story, and it sounds like Dr. Dre is actually working on that right now. So and there's a lot of people that have tried to do it. That have tried to do it in the past.
Yeah.
So let's see.
That's how these things usually go. We haven't had
Gray, James Gandolfini, Cameron Crowe, Lenny Kravitz all tried to get one off the ground for a Marvin Gaye biopic, and it's never happened. And now I think with Dr. Dre, you can probably get that done.
He does have the clout, especially since they did the Straight Outta Compton film that blew everybody away. Nobody thought it was going to be
was so good.
Nearly what it was. So
it was great.
Yeah, it was really fun and interesting.
Yeah.
That was always a cool story, so this is another cool story to tell. I mean, Marvin Gaye had a very amazing life and a very tragic death, so that always makes for good, good fodder for a biopic. For
Absolutely.
Sure.
So that one will be great. Another one that's going to be coming out, and this is actually getting made. We've got a release date of October 12th, and we got a trailer for it. It's called First Man.
Yeah, everybody's pretty excited about this one.
This seems like one of those ones where it's just like, there's your Oscar.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Ryan Gosling playing Neil Armstrong, and anything space, you have me. I'm in.
He's playing a very quiet Neil Armstrong.
Quiet Neil Armstrong.
Well, Neil Armstrong was known as a very quiet person.
Buzz Aldrin was Buzz Aldrin would talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's basically leading up to the 1969 moon landing and everything, all the challenges they went through, and
it's getting a ton of buzz. People.
I'll watch it. It's Kyle Chandler too, playing stern but concerned leader, and I'm troubled, but I want to get us through this. Doing what Kyle Chandler does best, and Ryan Gosling, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, I don't know if you already said Damien Chazelle. You said
Damien
that.
Chazelle,
Yeah,
no, I did not.
He's the La La Land director, so that should be interesting.
Still have never seen La La Land.
Yeah, I'm amazed you haven't seen that, Greg. It seems like right up your alley.
Right up my alley. A musical. A modern
lavish musical based in L.A.
Boy.
How is that not your deal?
I can't wait to see it. I'll get around to that one day, or not. So anyway, they're back together. First Man, I will watch that. So that is coming out. Real quick, before we get back to just kind of at the top, we have Jurassic World still. I want to kind of wrap back up with that. We do have a giveaway, and that's what we wanted to bring up here.
Yeah.
For Digital Trends has a really awesome giveaway, and right now we're giving away an HP Omen gaming system, and this is the same one they used at E3, so it's for the Fortnite Pro-Am, like the professional system that they use there at E3. This is the same system, and Digital Trends is giving it away.
Yeah.
So one person can win this. You only have a few days left to sign up, and the whole system's amazing. Like not only the computer system, but also you get a monitor, you get the keyboard, you get the mouse, you get the whole system. You're like set and ready to go. And you can find out the information at digitaltrends.com/giveaway. So just go there and sign up and enter to win that, and then you can send it to me. So 4 days. 4 days left. Oh, you don't have to, but I'm just saying, if you want to, you can.
Yeah. Are you playing Fortnite right now?
If I get this system, I will. I guarantee you I will play if I get that system. All right. Sorry for
the other with the kids.
Real quick, the other spoiler, Courtney just brought it up in the live chat. She didn't know the moon landing was real, so I'm sorry about that. So apologies.
It wasn't.
Yeah. No, there it is. All right. So anyway, back to Jurassic World. As we're wrapping up our show today, we've been all over the board, and this is why we love doing this live show. Jurassic World. I guess I'll go see it in the theater.
It's a theater movie if you're going to see it at all, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I don't know if I'll see it this weekend.
Big creatures on the big screen.
Right. I think it's going to be a beer theater for me. I'm putting it.
Greg labels beer theater.
Beer theater.
Everyone take note.
Yep. Rotten Tomatoes is updating
Greg's 3-tier system.
Yep. It's either there's 4 technically.
There's 4 technically.
But there's you either see it in the real theater, you see it in a beer theater, which is discounted. You wait for Netflix, or you just don't see it at all.
Yeah.
And La La Land, don't see it at all. This beer theater. That's where I'm going to go. Yeah. I think that's going to be it for me. So I'm still waiting for the Lizard Man people that are going to be happening. In Jurassic World.
In Jurassic World 7?
Yeah, 7. I think 7 is how they'll start it out.
7.
We've merged the dinosaurs and the people.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to happen.
That's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, well, there we go. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Between the Streams. We really do appreciate it. And again, we are a podcast, too. If you're watching live, hit subscribe wherever you get podcasts to make sure you get every episode when we get these up. Every week is different. We try to cover a lot of different things and bring you up to date on the different stuff that we find out during the week. But there's so much television out there. There's so many movies. There's so much content. We miss things, too. And we would love for you to send us an email, podcast@digitaltrends.com, if you think there's a show that needs some attention, something that we ought to check out, or something that you even think we might like. I want to find new things all the time.
Yep. I need to watch more TV. That's what my doctor told me.
So there we go.
So there it is.
Doctor's orders from Ryan. All right. Well, I think that's about it for this week. So again, thanks for tuning in. We're live every Friday at noon Pacific time here from Digital Trends. We'll be back next week with another episode.